Accounts and the Committee of Good Government and Public Accountability is hereby resumed. May I request everyone to take their seats and have a minute of silence for our prayers. Thank you everyone. Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Dito po sa pagsisimula ng ating hearing, siguro ilang updates sa nangyari sa Philhealth. Kahapon, nag-resign ang inyong Pangulo, President and CEO Ricardo Morales. We also understand na nag-resign din si Mr. Attorney Del Rosario, your Senior Vice President for Legal. At ang natitira natin, si Mr. De Jesus, currently is also sick. Nandito ba po siya ngayon? Mr. Pargas, is he here? Would anyone know or would anyone have information?
Chair, I'm not sure if he's around.
What's that?
Sorry, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair,
Kahit sa Zoom, wala po siya.
as informed po by our Legislative Secretariat, wala daw po.
So ilan po na ang nag-resign mula sa Philhealth since the start of the hearings?
Mr. Chair, I understand, as you said, our President has tendered his resignation and also SVP Del Rosario.
So yun lang pong dalawa. Of course, Mr. De Villa, your COO.
And Brigadier General De Villa.
Yes, General De Villa. Yes, Honorable Barsaga.
Clarification lang, Mr. Chairman, regarding the resignation of Senior Vice President Attorney Del Rosario. We know in fact na marami tayong pag-uusapan regarding the cases. Kaya ang una kong tanong, clarification, Mr. Chairman, when will be the effectivity of the resignation of Vice President Del Rosario?
Would Dr. Pargas or yes, Attorney
Attorney Mangawang,
yes,
Mr.
or
Chair.
Corsec, yes.
The resignation of SVP Jojo Del Rosario took effect August 24. It was accepted by the board yesterday. August 24, Monday, based on the letter of Attorney Jojo Del Rosario, he resigns irrevocably effective August 24.
But Attorney Del Rosario happens to be a career official under the civil service rules. Will that be correct? Attorney?
Yes, sir.
And sa civil service ba, pwede ba yung resignation natin effective immediately? Or do we have to require him to give 30 days notice considering the cases which we have to clarify from him?
And clearances. Some administrative process for him to be allowed to resign. Yes, Attorney Mangawang.
Yes, sir. He will still have to submit an application for clearance, and this has to pass through the concerned offices of Philhealth.
So, ang kinaklarify lang natin, Mr. Chairman, ang sabi, the resignation is effective August 24. So, approve na ba yan? Will there be no violation of the civil service rules requiring at least 30-day notice? Oh, anybody from Philhealth?
Andito po ang civil service. Congressman Barsaga, we can ask them.
Perhaps we can clarify that with the Civil Service
Yes.
Commission.
At the
Yung
proper
kay
time-
General Morales, accepted natin because he is undergoing treatment for cancer. But what about Attorney Del Rosario?
That's correct, Congressman Barsaga. maybe at the proper time when we take up the civil service portion of our hearing, we can ask them about this particular issue. Yes, Honorable Barsaga.
If Attorney Del Rosario will not be present for today's meeting, either personally or through Zoom, sino naman ang maitatanong namin at ika-clarify tungkol doon sa mga cases na inyong sinubmit?
I would think,
Cases
Attorney,
with PRC, arbitration cases, and cases before the Civil Service Commission.
Attorney Pucalan would be the person to reply on behalf of legal. Attorney Pucalan, you may take a seat here with us.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes,
for
Deputy
the
Speaker.
clarification, what's
Yes.
the position of Attorney, what's his surname? Pukulan. What's the
Attorney
position
Pukulan?
on legal? Are you the deputy ni Attorney Del Rosario?
Good morning, Your Honors, Mr. Chair. I am the Senior Manager of the Internal Legal Department, and I was just tasked to represent Attorney Del Rosario for this.
Matagal na po kayo dyan sa position po ninyo?
Sir,
Matagal na po kayo sa position nyo?
I was Senior Manager of the Internal Legal Department since 2015 po.
Okay, at any rate, I understand Attorney Del Rosario is still with us in this hearing. So he's still logged in. And at any rate also, legally, we can still compel him to attend, to answer the questions as regards legal. Yes, Honorable Barsaga.
Just one observation. Tinitingnan ko yung report ng Philhealth about arbitration cases. Unfortunately, yung mga arbitration cases, hindi namin alam kung sino ang mga respondent. Nakalagay nila ang case clause, etc. Hindi ba dapat sasabihin nyo sa amin kung sino yung mga respondent para malaman naman namin kung sino ang inyong in-arbitrate? Pero yung sinabit nyo, the parties to the arbitration are not specified. Hindi namin alam kung sino ang may mga asunto, nakalagay, case clause, etc., etc. Is there anybody who can clarify this?
Mr. Chair, the Vice President for Arbitration Office is with us, Attorney J. Villegas.
Villegas, he was here the last time. Kasama po natin siya noong last time.
Yes,
And he will be answering the questions as we go through the hearing. So, okay, thank you. So, yes, Honorable Barbers.
Mr. Chair, thank you.
Kindly speak on the
I
mic.
just want to clarify if Attorney Pucalan will answer also in behalf of the resigned SVP for legal.
Attorney De Rosario is here with us, pero I would think, on question, on current issues that would require mga dokumento, I would think si Attorney Pucalan na. But on the past issues concerning legal, Attorney De Rosario can still speak on behalf of legal.
I just
Yes,
wanted
he is
to
present in
clarify,
Zoom.
kasi, Mr. Chair, because there are cases that were decided by the courts that was supposed to have been acted by the SVP legal as the head of the legal department, no? Kasi marami hong dapat ginawa ang SVP legal, and upon his orders, dapat naayos ho itong mga to. Although wala ngang actions coming from them, therefore, we want to ask Attorney Del Rosario anong
Yes.
nangyari. So if he's not around, that's the reason why I ask if Attorney Pucalan
At the proper time, Honorable Barbers, take up natin yung mga issues and to answer. Anyway, ang mas malaki pong problema natin dito, we have not gone through the recognition of all the members present here and in Zoom, yung po mga kasama natin sa Kongreso, maging ang ating mga guests ngayong umaga. Pero tandaan po natin, ang mas malaking issue nating lahat dito, issue ng sambayanan, ay yung liderato ng Philhealth. Nawala na po yung nauna nyo, yung Chief Operating Officer, General De Villa. Umalis na rin po si General Morales. The legal na isa sa mga pinaka-strategic position sa inyong ahensya, nag-resign na si Attorney Del Rosario. Si Mr. Arnel De Jesus, is Mr. De Jesus your CEO now, COO now? upon the resignation of General De Villa, kakagaling lang po sa bypass. So effectively, wala pong leadership ngayon ang Philhealth. Kaya ko ito binabanggit, and I think as a committee, maybe temporarily we can request the President to assign Philhealth under finance or any other, or the Department of Health or any agency para lang magkaroon ng leadership sa ngayon. Dahil sa pangkasalukuyan, alam ko, while we are discussing the different issues of RIM at kung ano-ano pang mga issuances na ginagawa ngayon ng Philhealth, wala pong liderato. Yun lang po yung aking concern. Of course, tayo sa committee hearing, tuloy-tuloy po tayo. Pero yung pamamalakad sa Philhealth sa gitna ng COVID, nakakatakot na walang kumukumpas at walang nagdadala ng liderato sa loob ng Philhealth.
Invited Secretary Duque to raise our hearings, Mr. Chairman.
Naimbitahan po natin Secretary Duque. Meron po siyang official letter sa atin, COMSEC. It will be read later. Papunta po siya ngayon sa Laguna to open a quarantine facility. At sabi niya ngayong hapon may IATF. But he will try, subukan daw po niya, na sumama dito sa atin sa hearing. At nakikiusap nga siya kung may susunod na hearing, kung maaari siyang umattend. But anyway, para kasagutan lang, Congressman Rimulya, dagdag dun sa binanggit mo, si Secretary Duque kasi nasa policy board chairman. Sa executive po, walang tumatayong liderato unless the Department of Health sila na po yung magte-take muna ng leadership in the executive.
Mr. Chairman,
I would think Mr. Lim Chaco would be the highest ranking now sa executive. Yes, Attorney Mangawang.
Mr. Chair, the board yesterday approved the designation of EVP COO Arnel De Jesus as officer in charge, PCO, effective upon the acceptance also of the resignation of BJ Morales,
Attorney
following
Mangawang.
the general rules on succession. And
Attorney
then,
Mangawang, nasan po si Mr. De Jesus ngayon? Nasan po?
I'm not sure where he is, Mr. Chair.
Bakit siya wala dito? Bakit siya wala dito, Attorney Mangawang? Bakit siya nawala nung last time? Bakit?
I do not know the reason, Mr. Chair.
You know the reason. You were here.
In the last time when he was here, he had a problem with his pacemaker, so he had to leave around 3 p.m. sir.
Exactly. Bakit po siya may pacemaker? Kailan nung siya inoperahan? This year.
Correct, sir. Replacement of the...
So paano yung gagawin niyang trabaho ninyo kung... I'm not blaming Mr. De Jesus. I'm not saying anything, pero may sakit siya sa ngayon eh. And I can
But Mr.
understand
Chairman,
that. Yes.
I've known people who use pacemakers and it just helps them live a normal life. It's not an excuse for the person not to appear before us in Zoom at least, so that we can still ask him questions.
Andito naman po siya, di ba?
At this pandemic, Mr. Chairman, I think the excuses are now very hard to come by, not to appear before our body, because everybody can have Zoom. Everybody can go under Zoom or use the Zoom app to appear before this body. That's why I think that Mr. De Jesus should join us in Zoom at least.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
ang sabi ni Attorney Mangawang, kahapon lamang nag-meeting ang Board of Directors at kanilang napakaisahan na ang OIC ng Philhealth would be no other than Mr. De Jesus.
Opo.
Sa pagmi-meeting ba ng Board of Directors at sila ay nagkaisa na ang OIC ay si Mr. De Jesus, kinonsider ba nila ang health condition ni Mr. De Jesus? Kasi mas kilala nila si Mr. De Jesus. Attorney Mangawang,
Honorable Barsaga, before you answer Tony Mangawang, number one, yung sinabi ho ni Congressman Rimulya, please contact Mr. De Jesus. Ngayong umaga ho, kung pwede niyo po siyang masabihan, kahit nasa Zoom, dahil siya po ngayon ang COO ninyo. Even if he's not designated President and CEO, siya po ang Chief Operating Officer ninyo. And katulad ng binanggit ni Congressman Rimulya, dapat naman pwede siyang sumagot sa mga bagay concerning Philhealth. Now, the second question of the Honorable Barsaga, yung pong kanyang kalusugan, kinonsidera ba ng board? Kindly reply.
So there was no discussion yesterday of his medical condition, Mr. Chair, although I would assume that the board members were aware of his medical condition given that his medical certificate came out in the papers prior to the third Senate hearing.
Honorable Barsaga and everyone else, huwag na po nating i-belabor tong issue as to ano yung magiging leadership ng Philhealth. Basta ang ako lang po, and I think collectively, I can speak for all of us, ang apela natin sana magkaroon ng leadership sa loob ng Philhealth. Pagkamat nagtutuloy tayo dito sa investigasyon, magkaroon ng maayos na liderato habang nasa pandemya tayo at kailangan desisyonan ang mga mayoryang issue sa loob ng Philhealth. Honorable Fernandez.
Just a
Okay,
manifestation.
since na-clarify na po yan, Mr. Chairman, I just wanted to be clarified. It is with my understanding that this will be the last day of our investigation. But since...
Not yet, Honorable Fernandez.
Ha?
Not
yet. Okay. Kasi nga po, since na hindi makarating si Secretary Duque, and I will be proposing sana na ma-extend. Since na sinabi mo pala na extended na tayo for another day, so maraming salamat sa impormasyon, Mr. Chairman.
Honorable Barsaga.
Just a manifestation for the record. Siguro, Mr. Chairman, we can assume that the board of directors are very competent enough. They know for a fact the physical and mental condition of Arnel De Jesus, and there is no obstacle, whether physically or mentally, in order to appoint Arnel De Jesus as the Chief Operating Officer ng Philhealth. Kaya dapat nandito ngayon si Arnel De Jesus, either personally or through Zoom.
Okay, having said that, manifestation, Honorable Barbers.
Yes, just dagdag ko lang sa manifestation ni Congressman Barsaga kasi according to attorney, they met yesterday, the board met yesterday, and they appointed Mr. De Jesus as the OIC. Is that correct?
Yung po ang binanggit ni Attorney Mangawang. At
Baka
kumari
naman-
po sa video sa amin yung resolusyon na yan para makita rin namin. Go ahead, Congressman Barbers.
Kasi ang aking lang tanong, Mr. Chair, the members of the board probably appointed Mr. De Jesus without the knowledge of Mr. De Jesus. Did Mr. De Jesus accept the position as OIC? Kasi if he accepted that, knowing fully well that his condition is not perfect, then he knows the intricacies, he knows the demands of this job as an OIC. Therefore, he has no reason not to attend our hearings, Mr. Chair. Just as a manifestation.
Sige po, salamat po. Anyway, let's go to the issue at hand, yung po mga issues na pumapalob sa Philhealth. Unang-una sa lahat, bago po tayo magsimula, nais kong kilalanin ang ating mga kasama na narito ngayon. Ang presidente po ng National Unification Party, the Honorable Barsaga, is here. The chairman of the Anti-Illegal Drugs, the Honorable Barbers, is here. The representative of the Magsasaka Party List, the Honorable Kabatbat. Our Deputy Speaker, Dante Marcoleta. Our Deputy Speaker, Dan Fernandez. Our Senior Deputy Majority Leader, the Honorable Rimulya. Comsec, can you recognize the members now present in Zoom?
Morning, Mr. Chairman, and to our honorable members. Joining us via Zoom are the following members: Deputy Speaker Evelina Escudero, Representatives Eufemia Culyamat, Enrico Pineda, Maria Victoria Umali, Stella Kimbo, Maricel Nagaño, Arlene Rosas, and the Deputy Majority Leader Bernadette Herrera-D. Your Honors.
Salamat po. At kumari po kilalanin ang lahat ng ating resource persons na narito ngayon sa plenary at ang mga kasama rin po nating resource persons sa Zoom. Comsec?
Your Honors, joining us via Zoom are the following resource persons. We have from the Philhealth, Dr. Israel Pargas, Corporate Secretary Jonathan Mangawang, Mr. Alex Gabuya, Renato Limsiaco, Senior Vice President Jovita Aragona, Assistant Senior Vice President Larissa Santiago, Senior Vice President Dennis Mas, and Robert Labe Jr., Dennis Mas, Attorney J. Villegas, and we also have from the Civil Service Commission, Assistant Commissioner Ariel Ronquillo. Joining us via Zoom, we have the following resource persons. We have the Commissioner Eileen Lasada from the Civil Service Commission. We have representatives from the Commission Audit, Anti-Money Laundering Council, the Department of Budget and Management. We have also regional vice presidents for Philhealth, representatives from the different hospitals we have invited. We also have the former SVP for Legal, Attorney Del Rosario. Your Honors.
Maraming salamat, Comsec. Sa ating pong paniwala, we have now here Chairman Bala of the Civil Service Commission. Yes, Chairman Bala, would you like to react doon po sa huling pag-uusap nung nandito po tayo, nung aming tanungin yung mga Civil Service Commission, batay din sa binanggit ni Commissioner, ma'am, please take your seat here, Commissioner Isada, na yun nga pong pagpipigil o paghinto ng pagbibigay ng impormasyon dito sa ginagawang investigasyon. Chairman Bala, please. Go ahead, Chairman Bala.
Okay. Good morning, Your Honors. I'm here today to address the allegations that the CSC is suppressing information regarding pending Philhealth cases with the Commission. I'm also here to comply with the directive of this committee to produce the transcript.
Mr. Chair, hindi ko marinig ang sinasabi.
I'm sorry, Chairman Bala. Hindi po ata marinig ng mga kasama. Sige po.
Okay. Sorry.
Yan, ma'am. Okay na po. Go ahead.
I'm here today to
relive,
address
mali
the
pala to.
allegation that the CSC